Red Alert 3 follows the tried and true formula of having whoever has the biggest economy makes the most units usually wins the game. But it steps outside the bounds of this by adding new units with secondary abilities that can actually have a big effect on the outcome of the game, but it's still hampered by the great majority of the units and powers have been with the series for over a decade, which keeps the series from pushing forward too far. It still follows the classic Red Alert storytelling with these campy video monologues between the characters. J.K. Simmons is just hilarious in the game, along with George Takei and Jenny McCarthy making appearances. For the Soviets, they're known mostly for their brute strength. Here they have the Zeppelins. They move slowly, but if they get to their target, as you can see here, they'll decimate forces and they'll just maul over units and defenses around the base. A new boat that they have to go out on the waters is it also has area of effect electricity, which if you don't have to use them all as I did here, but if you do it properly with one or two, it'll really help yourself out and stagger them during a fight. It'll make a big difference in a fight. The Apocalypse, in addition to just being the best tank in the game, also has a secondary ability here to suck in specific targets and just decimate and destroy them. So if you specifically target certain units, it'll really help you out. One of the abilities you can gain as the general of the command field, is to suck out certain units and take them off the playing field, suck them out into space. So you can be strategic rather than just amassing large amounts of units. And another ability here, all the sides have abilities to hit specific areas. Here the Soviets, they launch satellites from outside the orbit to just decimate an area, and then I move my units in to destroy the rest of the base. The Allies, one of their coolest units in my opinion, is the Spy. Here I'm bribing. You disguise yourself as the opponent, and then you go in and you bribe some of the enemy faction, and then now they were Soviets, now they're fighting for the Allies because I paid them off, shooting some Soviets for me. And the Mirage tank, his secondary ability is either while he sits still, he'll look like a tree and can sneak up on opponents, or the new ability is his secondary ability is he has like a cone or a dome of Mirage for a number of units. And these Chrono Choppers here, they can freeze either units or in this case defensive turrets, and I can go in and bomb this plane without even having to worry about getting shot. All these new units are a lot of fun, and I'm showing them here to show the differences in the game, but the great majority of the game has a lot of the similar units. Some of the superpowers also for the Allied, there was a bomb that I had go off, a time bomb. You have to find it quickly to shoot or it does a massive amount of damage. And here a series of salvos of attacks that really decimate a base. If those get off, the game is over. And the Empire of the Rising Sun is the new faction. Here I have these units that just transformed from ground units to shoot infantry, and now they're going after some planes that my opponent has. So they're best known for their flexibility. It's really cool to have these transforming units, and by far the most interesting of all the sides. On the left side of the screen here, they have these rocket soldiers that both attack air and ground infantry and armor, which are pretty cool and flexible. And the Shogun Executioner is really cool in some of the campaigns. He just destroys large amounts of bases, but he takes damage still. But he actually charges up his health by going to Tesla coils. They're normally defense for the opponent, but help him out. The units are pretty weak for the Empire of the Rising Sun, so some of their secondary abilities that you get as the commander is I just gave you see these rotating objects around my ships. Increase defense, you can increase the offensive units. I can also slowly have these bongs come down on specific areas. You can shoot them down, but you're not going to get them all, and they do a lot of damage when they actually hit. It creates a little tension there as well. And lastly, it's just amazing to me. I've asked these units to go across the base and attack from point A to point B. Pretty common tactic. They aren't doing anything. They only attack when I tell them specifically here to attack this building. It's just absurd. You'll have units that just sit there and get attacked and would rather die than attack back unless you tell them to. Overall, I've shown here the different units and the different abilities, which are a lot of fun. But again, the main thing holding it back is it doesn't take any steps outside the bounds to think, well, maybe I should have a cover system like Company of Heroes. Or maybe it shouldn't just be about the greatest economy wins. The secondary abilities can be cool, but they're hit and miss. A number of them that I didn't show are, a plane returning to the base quicker. Not a really big strategic benefit there. Overall, it's a fun game, but it just could have gone quite a bit further. And if they'll step outside the bounds of what Command & Conquer has been and what it could be, it'll be a much better game in the future.